Christina,
and
we're the Gorgeous Geeks, and we have a new addition to our set.
Oh, that was really bad. It wasn't together.
And that's okay.
Okay.
Go on. We can sing. Anyway, we're here today to review Vampire Diaries episode Know Thy Enemy, which is a good title because they really didn't know what the heck was going on. They were being attacked from all sides, from people they should have expected it from, and they just ultimately got screwed a lot.
You know, one thing I love about the show is that it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going to happen or what was going to go on or, you know, everything. Only thing I kind of figured was when Matt was trying to get information from Caroline, I kind of figured that he was going to tell it back to her mother. Mm-hmm. But I was kind of unsure when he said, take it from me. Zach, oh my goodness, you are such a good actor. That was so good. Yeah. So good. And then Candace Ackerlund. And I have to say, I'm going to say this. And don't you dare edit it out, because I'm going to say, that girl is so skinny that I lost 5 pounds after meeting her. Because she intimidated me with her healthiness. So, oh man, she's so skinny and so pretty.
She is really that bubbly, that joyful, that happy.
She is.
She is really that cheerful.
She is.
She's really nice. Really cool.
Her, Julie, and Michael were very, very lovely people. But anyways, back to the episode. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting Isabella to die.
Yeah, it's just Isabel.
Isabel, I always say Isabella. And I wasn't expecting her to die. Well, when he said, when you realized that she was being compelled, then I realized she was probably going to die.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think about her being compelled. I didn't know how.
Well, everybody's so shady on the show.
Yeah, she was so shady. I didn't know how far the extents were going to go. I didn't know if she was really betraying Elena, if she would really do that to her own daughter, which I guess she ultimately would. And John was out the loop, and which I knew she was going to break his heart and use him to an extent, because she, was like, oh, he's in love with me, and kind of treated it not like obviously she didn't reciprocate the same feelings, and it was like, oh, this puppy's crushing out, after me, not genuine. We're friends or associates or anything like that. So I didn't know quite. I was just watching it. I didn't try to figure anything out because I don't think you could have. I was really hoping though that when Catherine was looking for this moonstone that she wouldn't be able to find it in the house. Because I found it pretty unbelievable that they would hide it just in the house, and
well, I had said Christine, I was like, why didn't they just like keep it on them and like hide it in their underwear or something like that?
Yeah, I said they have sex and get naked too much for that.
Yeah,
but I would have had it.
Putting it in a thing of soaps was kind of clever though.
I would have had Bonnie enchanted and put it in a special place.
She just would have found another witch.
Maybe.
Let's go to Bonnie for a second.
Maybe she would need to find a witch, but it wouldn't happen.
I love Jeremy so much. I do. I love his character so much. I want him to do more.
Yeah,
I want him to be. I thought he was going to be kind of like, like at the masquerade thing, and I was like, okay, well, he's going to be kind of like the
new
vampire
warrior
hunter type.
And now he's
type
just
of guy,
supportive boyfriend.
Yeah, and I want him to do more. I just want him to. To just get more crafty and kind of like how Alaric is.
I'm not a Bearimy fan. I'm still upset that Anna died.
I did like Anna a lot. I just want Jeremy to do more.
She died. Yeah. For Alaric to take him under his wing and just
teach him how to
I
want to see him do some like Buffy, turning steak tricks.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I would like to see Jeremy do more. I understand, he's kind of like the puppy dog and, love type
No, but,
thing.
I mean, in the interviews and stuff, when they said what's going to happen with Jeremy next, it seemed like Jeremy had taken enough, he was going to really take a step forward, which he has, but I don't think, thus far, he hasn't taken it far enough. And Bonnie's the one who's being all hardcore, and Jeremy's just, he's looking out for her, but I wish he would...
Yeah.
Do something hardcore. Yeah.
I really want him to be like... Because I just love him. He's so cute. He's just so great. I love him.
I'm surprised. Well, I want to see how comfortable Damon is with the fact that Bonnie is their secret weapon. Because, he's tried to kill her. She's tried to kill him.
The whole house thing with him was funny, though. I loved every moment of him. Like, kind of like... Emily. Like... You know, I love that whole thing with him.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you know, he's the comic relief on the show.
It's a good thing that they signed over their house to Elena.
Yeah, that was very smart. You know, these writers are just absolutely amazing. I love every single last one of them. They're so
and
great.
I love how Damon's like, don't, like, kick me out my house, because I'll be upset. Which I guess she could too.
Yeah. I loved what he said to Catherine. He said, don't take the fact that we haven't lit you on fire as a, you know, act of trust or whatever. I thought that was great.
And I'm going to quote that to people.
I don't think that
I
was word by word of what he said.
No, that wasn't word by word, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah, that was great. I laughed. I thought that was so awesome. With Caroline and her mother, I almost wish that she wouldn't have compelled her that first time, because this is just going to open up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, there's no telling how far it's going to lead to. I wonder how much, she said she would tell Matt everything. I hope she didn't literally tell him everything.
She probably did, because of, you know, with Tyler, I mean, she kept stuff from Tyler, and that didn't work out well. And so, you know what, I wanted her and Matt to get together, you know, and really have a great relationship and stuff. But I really, really want her and Tyler to be like, I
come
love
back
Forward.
from Wolf Camp, as Michael said.
Yeah. And so, but man, I just love Matt's reaction to it, because it was just so realistic, as if vampires.
And then Jenna too. Jenna at the beginning, she had a major freak out when she found out that Isabel was still alive. And that Alaric and Elena and everybody had been keeping secrets from her. She ran upstairs to her room, locked herself in there, and cried a bit, and was upset at everybody. It was just not cool after like 5 minutes, you know. Sometimes, like, we watch a lot of shows, like, if you watch something like Gossip Girl or something like that, they have these conflicts and everybody's mad at each other for like an episode. And then they're kind of snarky at each other for the next episode. And then the episode after that, they hug and everything's okay until they backstab each other again. You know, on a show like this, they write things and things stick and people remember things and it leaves an impact.
Yes.
There's an effect, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I like when things have an effect, because if it doesn't, then there was no point in me even being interested in that episode or that plot.
Right. Okay, Bonnie saying that if she uses all her power to kill an original, she'll die. I don't see that actually happening. I don't think that'll happen. I think she'll get close and somebody else end up doing it. I think it might be a thing of she'll start to, and then weekend, and then like Damon or Stefan will come behind and finish a job maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't really see her. So next episode we're gonna see her and possessed Alaric. Now let's talk about that for a second. I was not.
Yeah, I didn't know why they took
that.
Alaric.
I was like, what is she doing to him? What is she? Haven't you done enough?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, but oh man, I couldn't have predicted that at all. I mean, Catherine wakes up and she sees him in this chair, and you see all this blood drained from his body, and you're just like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, and if anybody's freaking out and you don't know, Klaus is actually. He will show up.
Yeah.
So don't think it's just he's possessing Alaric and that's what they're gonna do. Nah, it's not like that. He's actually gonna be on the show, and I can't wait for him to actually appear. I can't wait to find out what Damon was telling Elena in the commercials. I had her freaking out and crying. I need to know what's going on.
I hope Jeremy isn't dead.
I wonder, because in the books, Elena makes like a silent pact with Damon or something, and she's like feeding his blood, drinking off his blood. So I guess in the case of something happens, which something did happen, she ended up dying and turning and everything. I wonder if there'll be a situation like that in the show. I know they keep saying it's not time yet for Elena to become a vampire, but I don't know. You gotta keep Delana people, because they're the real aggressive people of the show.
They are.
So you kind of have to have something stringing them along. I saw someone comment on a Steph and Elena clip or something like, "Stop rubbing Stelena in our face." I'm like, wow. I'm like, they're just together right now. You just gotta.
I like Steph.
He did kill. Damon did snap her brother's neck.
I like Stefan, and I like Damon too. But Damon's just so darn interesting.
Yeah.
He's just so interesting. Such an interesting character. But
I think it was a little more interesting last season though, because he's just so.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you. I'm sorry.
I mean, come on. I mean, this season. I mean,
No, I feel so bad for him. I'm like, oh, before he was more mysterious and he was like changing. Now he's so confused on the inside.
Yes.
I think it's just a different dynamic. Like, he was doing so many crazy evil things, like killing Lexi and killing Bree and, trying to kill Bonnie, and I keep mentioning that he's killing people. And he does something, oh, that's so terrible. And then he does something that's funny, and you're like, you're okay. like this season, there's so many conflicting emotions within Damon. It's just a different
Not
dynamic.
just Damon, but with all of them. I mean, everybody's going through these changes. I mean, Elena knows that, things are... she thought things were happening. Her life was making this turn and everything because she started having a vampire boyfriend. But it was going to come to her no matter what. Caroline, her whole thing, and, being a vampire.
The triangle is the thing that kind of holds the show together, but I gotta say, next to Damon, I think Caroline is my favorite character.
I love
And
Caroline.
I would be so extremely upset if Caroline dies.
She's like...
And don't kill Lark either, because I like the bromance.
Oh, yeah. Between him and Damon.
Yeah.
I do, too. You know what? Caroline, to me, if you remember Buffy and Angel, Caroline, to me, is like a 100 times better version of Harmony to me. Like, sometimes, like, they have some things in common, but Candace is smart. Caroline is smarter, and she's more level-headed, and but there's just I loved Harmony, but I love Caroline so much more, and she really is one of my favorite characters.
Please don't
on the
kill
show.
her. Like, when she first turned to a vampire, I was literally looking at the special guest things, like every time they did summary of the episode coming up to make sure her name was in there to see if she was still alive. I'm like, oh, Candace Eccles there.
I thought it was very interesting to see the warlock on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, because for a second I was really thinking that all the witches and warlocks were
black.
We're black.
Yeah.
So, which I'm glad that, because every single time they'd bring another black person on the show, I would be like, okay, well, here comes another witch.
Yeah.
The warlock. So I'm glad that...
I'm like, should I be offended or something?
No, not at all. But I was just thinking, I was like, man, are all the black people witches? Or like,
I wonder if they'll
like
get
that,
another
though.
character that's actually like the real Bonnie, who's like a redhead, or something with like druid background. Like, I wonder if they'll do that.
Well, I think it'd be interesting because, like I said, if all the witches and warlocks were black, I mean, there'd be no surprise element, to it. So I'm glad that, we saw a different race playing, a warlock. And so I thought that was cool, because when he first appeared, I was like, what is he?
Yeah. I'm like, this vampire has superpowers.
Like, oh, okay. I just had in mind, like, okay, all witches and warlocks are black, but not so much. I was very surprised that Catherine and Isabel were actually, like, really, really good friends like that. Like, and that Catherine did not think that Isabel would have betrayed her. Mm-hmm. I was very surprised, because, like I said, they were every single last one of the vampires were, like, very shady people, including John. Man, that man is so shady. Like, but I was very surprised to actually hear that they actually did have a...
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy that he invited her in Elena's house.
I know, but there's, you're starting to see a little bit more sides of Catherine as well, that she's still shady, she's still evil, but she also has that human, sensitive side as well.
Well, you saw that when they went back and said her origin, and you saw her mourn over her destroyed family.
Right.
They're like ripped to pieces and stuff. So then you saw that human element then, and then she does really love Stefan, I guess. Or Damon. The only one who ever loved him was Stefan.
I was surprised that that dart she gave Stefan worked that well.
Because he's been taking revenge. Yeah, I was thinking he'd be like, sorry, Catherine.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna fight this, and now I'm gonna pass out. Like, darn it.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like I said, it's very, very unpredictable show. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for next week. Also, they're doing that whole 60s theme, and so I'm very curious about that too. And Elena was dancing with Damon, and that's definitely there.
Yeah, but I don't. Well, obviously that happened in the clip, but how they chop up stuff, I just kind of want to wait to see. At least until they put a clip out.
But I'm very excited for next episode. Very, very excited. And I can't wait till Klaus gets there, because that's going to be awesome. So anyways, tell us what you think. Tell us if you like the show. If you don't watch the show, just give it a try. It is literally the most unpredictable show that I have seen.
Well,
now. That's airing now.
Well, I was going to say Fringe, because you don't know what kind of story or thing they're going to pop up next,
Okay, well, other than Fringe, I'd say this is the most unpredictable show that there is. It's very entertaining. It's not like Twilight, so don't even...
And it was written first.
Yeah, it was written first. So, give it a try. Just watch one episode. Okay? Well, anyways, I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina.
And we're the Gorgeous Geeks.